Yeah, the process when we began writing music for this record, it just kept coming, and we kept letting it come, and we kept working on it, and just, being diligent about doing the work to allow this music to flow through us and to create an environment amongst us where we were capable of doing it in the best possible way that we can. Yeah, we were going to put out 3 records, 6 months or a year apart from each other, but we decided not to do that because it was just kind of confusing and weird, and people wouldn't know what song was on what record or which one they wanted to get, or, we like the idea of a trilogy because it just sounds like such a fucking epic thing, a trilogy, It's like Lord of the Cockrings. Well, we wrote it when we wrote it. We wrote it about a year and a half ago. We got together, we went into a room for 6 months, 4 days a week, and we wrote. And when we finished, we had these 38 songs, and we went and recorded them all, and 28 of which we put on the new record. Well, Anthony had a song called Stadium Arcadium, and I said that should be the title of the record. Yeah, it was mostly, the reason was because we didn't want to have it numbers, 1 and number 2, because then it seems like 1 is better than number 2, and we sequenced it so each one is its own CD, each one has its own beginning, middle, and end, and so we decided not to call it numbers, and then I just thought that planets was a good idea, especially considering the way the cover looked, with Anthony's cover that he thought of, which was the letters in the cosmos, like that. So, and Jupiter is a planet of creative intelligence, and Mars is a planet of war, so it's a revolution of creative intelligence. Yeah. Well, I think there's enough violence in the world without there ever needing to be one more violent act again, as long as any of us live. I think that all of the guns in the world should be taken and put in a big pile and melted down into nothingness. Yeah. Violence is I've never seen any purpose or any accomplishment from it, with the possible exception of stopping people that absolutely have to be stopped. But usually those people become crazy because it was born out of violence that created them. In this world, the gift that we have as a band and the job that we have is to do the best that we can, to make the best fucking music that we can, to do the best beautiful, for us to reach as far as we can and to work as hard as we can to do something beautiful. And our job is to put that out in the world, and our job is to hope that we can inspire other people to give what they're capable of giving, and not to put us in the realm of the great, great artists that I admire, the great people that I admire, the great speakers, the Martin Luther Kings, or the great artists, William Blake, or the great musicians, John Coltrane. It's the same thing, but it's different. I mean, the way that we play in a bigger place, we have to fill up a more space with bigger actions and stuff. In a small place, it's the act of what we're doing is the same, but you just direct it differently, But really for us playing, it's about surrendering ourselves to the forces that guide us and just really letting go and becoming part of the music and letting the music move us and hopefully move everyone in the room, and to just try to create a special sanctuary for that time, a sanctuary of music,